challenge with this production is trying to really create the idea of honest slice of life. 1967 seems so long ago. Even for me, we really want to try to be as authentic and honest in the telling of the story as we have a fictional story against the background of a real life event.
The experience, getting to see what it's like directing multiple actors, directing 2 casts, directing a show that's rooted in actual values.
I really love that Detroit shows people that I grew up with and people that I'm around, and it shows people who talk like me and who look like me, and I think that's a really good thing for the theater community and for other people to see if they've never seen that before.
We see a lot of stereotypes and caricatures that are shoved down our throats, and I feel like this is just a real raw piece of theater.
It's just people being people and living in a natural space.
Blank is such a dreamer.
He's a dreamer and he's optimistic, learning that it's okay to have ambitions and dreams. There will be dark times. He always pushes through.
Bunny is very free-spirited. It doesn't care what nobody says.
Bunny helped me a lot in terms of being comfortable in who you are and what you have to say. She's gonna say crazy stuff sometimes, but we love her despite it because she's so much more than that.
I think that there's really big aspect of hope to Caroline. She's really just looking for a place to belong.
Me and Shell are alike in so many freaking ways, in that aspect of not wanting to accept change and liking routine, and everything has to be on a set schedule. As we see towards the end of the show, that it's okay to dream. Ain't nothing wrong with dreaming.
Being black in this country right now, and even back then, things are not where they should be. It was people like Sly who remained optimistic and kept dreaming and kept fighting for that change because they knew that change was going to happen.
Hearing the term race riot, seeing these images on the news and rallies and protests, while that is the story of 1967, it also was the story of the summer of 2020. And so for myself and the students involved in this production, what would have felt maybe 3 years ago like a distant sort of connection about what protests and marches may have felt like, they understand in a new personal way what the fight for equality and activism can mean.
The characters in the show the whole time, even in these dark times, turn to music, and I think we all can agree that we turn to music in hard times or happy times or sad times, and it's really a powerful thing because it can make the powerless feel powerful.
These ideals and themes that are presented within Detroit 67, how they also transcend today, and just the idea of how can we be better.
People who are black walk away feeling represented and understood, and people who aren't get to see the parts of the black experience that aren't on display for everybody to see, the way they hang out together, the community, the love that there is between all of these characters.
To leave the theater with the resistance and the power of black voices and black artists.
I think it's important as we watch stories to allow ourselves to feel and to think. All of the mixed emotions that people felt, and all of that is okay. But it is something that we hope you experience and hopefully leads to more empathy instead of just jumping to a judgment, which is easy. Empathy is harder.
Even though this is set in '67, these are still incredibly relevant topics today.
Even in the hard times and facing racism, don't dim that fire. Keep going because change will come and it's inevitable for our people.